Hi, my name is Patricia Brower, and my presentation is on customer service and advocacy, social media initiatives in the transportation. I work at a transportation organization, and our customers depend on our buses, trains, subways, and trolleys to be on time. We have an app for them to be able to go in and look for their route to see what time it is going to be coming in and to see what time they will be arriving at their destination. So our social media platform is extremely important to us because when our buses aren't running on time, individuals will jump on the social media and start to inform other individuals that the buses aren't on time. We already know that they aren't, and we try to, get on board and let everybody know ahead of time. But sometimes the customer's a little quicker than the organization. So I'm going to start my presentation presently. We have a vision, a goal, and result. The vision is to position the organization as a responsible leader in the industry by creating a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week social media team to monitor and respond to all pertinent messages, thereby effectively communicate and meeting customers' expectations. If you're not available and a customer calls in and they get a recording, they're really not feeling like they got some type of response. So sometimes they can be unhappy with that. So in our organization, we have a 24/7 monitoring system of live individuals that, can give them updates. They can help them out no matter what. Our goal is to meet and exceed customers' expectations, and I believe that's with every organization. You always want to make sure that you're meeting and you really try to exceed their expectations. Our results, historically, other organizations properties use social media for monitoring only, and any customer engagement who was handled by marketing and media relations in limited capacity. Okay, our goal is to pioneer in the industry. When it comes to engagement and the unique approach, we want to be able to become the standard for the engagement for many other companies. We want to kind of set a preference, so we stand out. The percentage of the population who currently use the social media, back in 2008, it was roughly about 24%. In 2017, it rose to 81%. We're still pulling in the results for 2018 and doing all the reports, and I know it's a little late into the season, but I would say we're probably close to 98%, if not 99%, on the use of social media. The importance of social media in customer service. It is extremely important. 67% of the customers now use social media like Twitter and Facebook to seek resolution for issues. 1 in 3 social media users prefer social media for their customer service, before using a telephone or email. Social media is pretty quick at, responding back. We have a team that just constantly is monitoring all social media platforms. Social media platforms that we do use is Twitter alerts and advisories, Facebook, Instagram, social media monitoring. We have probably about 30 different Twitter accounts that someone's continuously monitoring. There's actually a team that monitors it. So when we don't just have one, because if we just only had one, somebody would get lost in the shuffle. So this is why we have roughly about 30 different ones. This way people can continuously, respond back to individuals. So this helps the business a lot. Speed is essential. This is why we have so many different platforms. This is why we have so many different Twitter accounts. It's important that we respond back to the customer extremely fast. We try to respond back within 5 minutes. We'd prefer to do it within 1 minute, but sometimes it takes a little bit of time. But we're getting a lot better with this. We stay very engaged. We monitor and we listen. We engage everyone, including difficult customers. There are times you do have difficult customers, and then you have times where a customer will come in to praise a bus operator or a train operator or a conductor. We have a department that handles complaints, detours, and lateness. So if a bus is running late or if there's a detour, or someone wants to make a complaint, we do have different individuals that will respond back to that. By phone, okay, there was always a lot of phone calls, and we start to see that between the Twitter accounts, Facebook, and Instagram, and just chat, it's starting to rise a lot better than individuals using phones. Mainly, our phones are individuals who may call in for different reasons. They may call in because their pass didn't work for the day, or they need directions on what bus, if it's their first time user or they're not a regular user and they need to get from one point to another point, say a doctor's visit, they may call in. So the phone calls are a little more than the other areas of the platform, but we can see that the platforms are starting to pick up where people are just getting on social media. A Twitter account, you can say, hey, I want to go from Chestnut Street over to Broad Street because I have a doctor's appointment and I need to know what bus will take me there and what time. We can on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, any one of them platforms, we can, help you out with that. The importance of social media and customer service. As I said, customer service is very important to us. It is one of the things the company prides itself on. We try to always better ourselves in that area. It's estimated that 67% of customers now use social media networks like Twitter and Facebook to seek resolutions for issues. I would say we're presently, this is basically based off of 2017, we're presently probably about 98% where our customers are using a social media platform. Over 80% of daily activities on Twitter and Facebook is done from mobile devices. We can tell if you've done a Twitter or a Facebook or any, social media platform. We can tell where you logged in at, what type of device it was, the area, the location that you're at. It's one of the programs that we do have. Social media platforms, Twitter alerts, advisories, Facebook, Instagram, and social media monitoring. In January 2017, our organization began full engagement on a second Twitter via TransKey. So this was another platform that we actually opened up. Besides having Twitter at organizationname.org, we opened up a Twitter via at TransKey, which is expanding our Twitter accounts. Speed is essential. As I said, we like to try to get back to the customer as quickly as possible. We try to make sure that we resolve their issues or their complaints, or again, they could be just calling to praise in one of our bus drivers or operators. We stay very engaged. We listen, and at the same time we're listening, we are learning from the customer. The customer is always bringing attention to us in areas that we don't probably see all the time, okay? Because we're not actually out in the field. We're just inside the organization and monitoring all this, talking with the customers, taking care of all the platforms that we're using. So when they're voicing themselves, it gives us a learning lesson, okay? It can only make us better. We engage ourselves very well because we put individuals out into the field. We put them at the train stations, the bus stops. We bring out pamphlets to the customers. We ask the customers questions. We ask for their feedback. Whenever the flower show is in town, we're always there as ambassadors. We probably have 400 or 500 ambassadors at all the train stations. This way we can help them get on the train. They know exactly what stop they need to get off. We can answer questions such as what the cost is, what stop they need to get off. Same with the bus. So we cover all the areas. We have 5 counties that we have transportation in. So we stay engaged with the customer by putting ourselves out there as ambassadors. They can come and ask us questions. We, introduce ourselves that we're there. We ask them if they have any issues or concerns or questions. This here is a monthly statistic on the stats on phone chats. web forms and emails, and also the Twitter interaction, Facebook interaction, and Instagram interaction. As you can see, phone is always a top priority in customer. It's not a top priority, but it's the most used in customer service. You have individuals that call to ask you questions as far as, I want to go from Chestnut Street to 13th and Broad Street, and we can tell them what bus, or if they need to get on the subway, how to get there, what time they're coming. We can do that also through chats, but chats is a little bit less. We don't, get too many chats. We see that Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram is starting to climb up there. These are results from October of 2017. And as I said, we're still, sifting through everything with the 2018. So this presentation will be updated. Customer service media team. We have a customer service media team, which is very large. They have a lot of customer contact. They're highly knowledgeable about the operational procedures, interactions with other departments. So the departments that they interact with is media relations. Media relations goes out, okay, and of course they're with the media, and the media always wants to know, what's going on in the world, and of course we have to give our feedback, and the customer gives their feedback. So, we kind of try to make the customer service a priority for us because it's very important. We don't want them going out to the media and complaining about us. So we always try to keep everything positive. We have marketing and sales. Okay, marketing and sales goes out. Okay, they help the customers with, the cost of a day pass, a weekly pass, a monthly pass. They answer all the questions. They're out at different facilities at all times. Operations is a big area. Operations includes the buses and the trolleys and the subways. They're the part of keeping the trains on time, making sure that, the customers are safe at all times at every station. The control center is also a big part. We have dispatchers. If a bus is running late, okay, or a train's running late, it's got to be put out there. So, of course, they contact customer service and let them know, hey, listen, this bus was involved in a little minor accident. This bus has been detoured. So they put it out there so customer service can put it out to our customers. Social media and customer intelligence and analysts. Daily analysis of customers' concerns. That's important to us. We need to know how the customer feels, what the customer's thinking. We're always concerned, so we can help them make things a lot better. So, emerging issues and positive or negative trends. This happens. It's always going to happen. You're always going to have positive out there. You're always going to have negative. So we always try to make sure that we keep everything balanced so the customers are always satisfied. Reports we generate reports, okay, and the reports are sent to the general manager and staff for review. Okay, these are reports on positive things, negative, how the customer was treated, how they reacted. It's all for positivity. They sit down, they have a team that they sit down, they review all this, and they see where they can make it better. Okay, one of the things is real-time information for customers. Our application is real time. Okay, so if they're going to look to see where the bus is that they're waiting on, and it will tell them how many minutes away it is, what time it should be at that stop. It's very important to the customers to know that our application is real time. We monitor after hour reports to, after hour means like after the workforce has already gone home throughout, the whole area here. They're home eating dinner. There's also people that have different shifts. So we need to know if they're going to be having issues that, we need to look into. We have a reporting that starts at 7 a.m. and it goes to the social media team, okay, and they identify the devices, applications being used. This helps us to know, how the customers are receiving and responding. It goes to the customer service staff, media, the district maintenance, and device the reports are the customer service, media, district, and device locations. Okay,